right, today is a great day. I am super excited because I have been trying to accomplish this goal in my life for a long time. And finally today, I'm happy to announce that I've made it through the entire Old Testament of the Bible. That's right. I am through about 70% or so of the Bible and well on my way to get to the end, which is really my ultimate goal, which was to read the Bible from cover to cover. But I gotta say, if you're like me, you can relate. I have tried reading the entire Bible for years and years now, probably since I've been a little kid, but I've always only made it a few books in before, sort of losing track of it and just not being able to keep up with it and, falling behind and what they're trying to say and understanding the messages. Well, I'm here today to tell you how I made it through finally reading the Old Testament and getting to where I am in the Bible, where tomorrow I'm planning to start the New Testament, which I'm super excited about. But I want to explain to you how I got through the Old Testament. I want to talk about my thoughts and feelings and what I learned along the way. And last but not least, I want to break down one of my favorite books in the Old Testament that really pertains to entrepreneurs like me and you. And so if this interests you, stay tuned. Welcome back to another episode of Empire Your Life. And as I was just saying, I am super excited about today because I finally made it through the Old Testament of the Bible. Now, I still got a long way to go to get to the end, which is the ultimate goal, getting to the end of the full Bible, Old Testament and the New Testament. But today is a huge milestone, just making it past that Old Testament. So I got some great things I want to share with you here today. But before we jump into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and become a part of the Empire Your Life community, because we are here to talk not only about business and real estate, but we also want to talk about finding the balance in your life in all the different categories that affect you and your family and your business every single day. So hit that subscribe button down below. And of course, you can always leave me some comments, questions, things that you may need help with. I'm always here to help. So don't forget that. And so diving into today. So first thing I want to talk about, and I'm sure all of you can relate to this if you ever picked up and tried reading the Bible before. And that is, how did I finally make it through at least the Old Testament part of the Bible, which people often say that the Old Testament, if you could make it through that, the New Testament is a lot easier and smoother to read from start to finish. And so I'm happy I got through the Old Testament, but how did I do it? Well, I gotta say, I think the problem that I had over the years, every time I tried to jump in and start and try to accomplish this goal, is I picked up a Bible, and it was different Bibles over the years that I tried, but what I found to realize is that made the difference this time is I actually picked up a study Bible. And so if you don't know what I mean by study Bible, a study Bible is basically a Bible that, is going to break down the different parts of the book. So as you're reading through the books, there's going to have little cliff notes or little boxes, little pop-ups that come up and basically show or explain what what that scripture is about or what that book's trying to talk about. And to me, that made all the difference, because in the past when I tried reading these things, and especially the way the Bible is written in these Old Testament books, a lot of it is written these parables and they're sort of poem style, and so you really have to read between the lines to try and understand what they're trying to say. Now look, I'm gonna throw it out there right now, I am no kind of Bible scholar, so if you're watching this video and hoping for somebody to really break down the Bible and get into all the very details and all that, you are in the wrong place, my friend. So I am just a beginner at this, just like I'm a beginner in a lot of things, but I'm trying to learn and I'm throwing myself out there and I'm trying to empire my life, not only in my business, but also in my spiritual life as well, which is why it's so important for me to get through the entire Bible, and which is why getting through the Old Testament was such a big accomplishment for me. Now, so you may be asking now, well, okay, I understand about the study Bible and how that can make a difference. Well, it really made a difference because it allowed me to understand what I was reading, which then motivated me to get to the next book and to the next book and to the next book. And if you're anything like me, the more I went through it, the more excited I got, because these pop-ups or these boxes, cliff notes and things that were within the study Bible allowed me to, think about things in a certain way. And I started to create my own notes and underlining, highlighting throughout the entire Old Testament, which, the more I did that, the more I understood, the more I'll remember, or the more I'll be able to reflect on in the future, the more it motivated me to continue to keep going. And I really think that was the key to keeping me motivated to get through the entire Old Testament. And so you may be asking now, well, Cody, what Bible did you read? What study Bible? And look, I'm going to tell you, there's a million different Bibles out there. Every religion has their own Bible that they recommend, different versions of the same Bible that they recommend. And so look, I recommend go out there, find the best fit for you. But today, I'm just going to show you what I used, which I thought was beneficial for me. And I also would recommend for, any entrepreneurs out there, or people that are looking to be a leader in their space. Maybe you're not a business owner, but, maybe you want to be a leader at where you're working right now. Maybe a leader in just your organization. Maybe it's a volunteer group, or, maybe it's a sporting group. Whatever it is, if you're looking to be a leader in your space, I strongly recommend the Bible that I read, and that is the Maxwell Leadership Bible. Now, this Bible made such a difference for me because it really stays on the focus of leadership within the entire Bible. That's right. It goes through and, breaks down different leaders that had such big impacts throughout the entire Old Testament. And, all the pop-ups, the cliff notes, everything that's broken down in this Bible. Now, of course, John Maxwell that put this together didn't write the Bible, but he writes all the cliff notes and the pop-ups and sidebars, all the notes and everything like that to help guide you along the way as you're reading. And so as an entrepreneur, with a interest in leadership, this made a huge difference for me because it just motivated me that much more to want to dive in and learn more and read more and continue going down the process because, I'm big on leadership. I want to have a leadership role, not only in my business, but also my family and, in other areas of life as well. And so being a leader as an entrepreneur is a huge thing for you to continue to learn more about. And why not kill two birds with one stone and go ahead and read the Maxwell Leadership Bible, which is the full Bible, Old Testament, New Testament, and has all those great little sidebars and notes in there in reference to leadership throughout the entire Bible. And so look, I strongly recommend it. Leadership Bible written by John Maxwell, or at least the commentary by John Maxwell. Go ahead and get a copy. I think Amazon has some links and things like that. So check it out. All right, so what did I learn from reading the Old Testament? Well, I gotta say, there is so much information crammed in there. You could dedicate a whole YouTube channel just to breaking down the Old Testament and probably have hundreds, if not thousands of videos breaking down all the great information and things that you can learn. But in a nutshell, the biggest thing that I took away from it was that the Old Testament is filled with lots and lots of different leaders. And not just leaders, but leaders that made several mistakes along the way. People like Solomon that were granted so much wisdom that you just couldn't imagine him making a bad decision. But he does. And guys like David that were known to be a man after God's own heart even made mistakes himself. And so what does that mean for me, and what should that mean for you as, entrepreneurs and leaders in your space? Well, just remember that they made mistakes too. So even though they were close to God and some of God's favorites, they still made mistakes. And so look, you are going to make mistakes as a leader. It's just about how you handle that mistake and you keep going. And I think throughout the whole process, especially, through the Old Testament and everything like that, is you need to go back to God. Trust in God. And, when you make a mistake, admit to your mistake and, ask God for forgiveness, ask people for forgiveness, and just continue to improve yourself and to move forward. What you don't want to do is make a mistake and spiral downward. So make your mistake, learn from it, ask for God's forgiveness, and keep moving forward. We have a very gracious and loving God, and that is shown throughout the entire Old Testament, to where as these people are making mistakes, as All different people are making mistakes. Throughout the entire process, he continues to be gracious and loving and giving people more chances and more chances and more chances. And so, look, if you're making mistakes out there, no matter what category of life it is, business, life, family, fitness, whatever it is, don't be afraid of making those mistakes. So we have a gracious and loving God. And as long as you stay positive and keep moving forward, things will work out for you. And so that is what I learned from reading the Old Testament is, don't be afraid to make those mistakes. Everybody does. Even these great figures in the Bible also made huge, huge mistakes, which allows us to relate to them so much to, our businesses and our life. All right, before I let you go here today, I do want to break down my favorite book from the Old Testament, which is Ecclesiastes. And I think I'm saying that right, but this is such an amazing book and really related to me as an entrepreneur, and really goes down the road of asking the hard questions that I always ask myself, and I recommend you ask yourself as well. And that question is, why? Why are we here? What is our purpose? What is the meaning of life? All of these hard questions that really nobody has an answer for. And, it's kind of crazy because the beginning of that book, the beginning of Ecclesiastes starts off as, life is basically meaningless. And so, at first you're reading that and you're like, all right, well, where's this going? How's this going to help me now? But as you continue to read through the book, it basically builds on the framework that in this life, we have no control. And, we can't control time. We can't control death. All of these things play into our lives and leaves us with no control. So no matter how much we continue to try to, find out the meaning of life, why we're here, you just will never understand that fully because, in the end, no matter how good you do, bad things will still happen to you. Or you'll see, bad people that do bad things, great things happen to them. They'll live a longer life, they'll become wealthy, all these different things. And so, really, what is the meaning here? If you're doing the best you can, shouldn't things be perfect for you? Well, that's just not how it works because we do not have control. And, for a lot of factors, but we do not have control. And the sooner you're able to accept that fact, the better life will be for you. And so, what can we control? What should we focus on to really give life meaning? And that's what this book really comes down to. And so what are those things? Well, in my opinion, and based on this book, I think you should spend a lot more time focusing on what's important in life. And those are things like spending time with family, just enjoying a beautiful day outside, building precious memories with those that you love, and, doing things that you enjoy doing. Really, at the end of the day, those are the things that we can control the most and will really give you the most meaning in your life. And so the sooner you realize that, and quit going through all these motions and putting all this pressure and time and, things that you have to get done all the time, thinking that that's going to make life better. It's not going to make life better. The only thing that's going to make life better is when you realize that you are not in control of anything and you need to focus on those simple, important things in life, like family and loving each other. And just remember that God loves you and God wants the best things for you. And you just have to continue to push through life. And you're going to have hard times. No matter how good you do, you are going to have hard times. But know that God believes in you. He's got your back and He wants to see you succeed in life. And He has a purpose for your life. Even if you don't know it yet, He has a purpose planned for your life. So just continue to have hope in God and continue to push forward with whatever you have going on. And so look, I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been a fun one for me to shoot here, and I am just super stoked and excited that I made it through the Old Testament. And so look, let me know in the comments down below, if you've tried reading the Bible in the past and, maybe been unsuccessful, and, tell me some stories and things that you've experienced with reading or not being able to read the Bible. I want to hear about it. And if there's anything that I can help you with, please let me know. As a reminder, as an entrepreneur, I strongly recommend you get a copy of the Maxwell Leadership Bible. This is such a great tool that will help you get through the Bible like it did for me. At least if you have an interest in learning more about leadership, this study Bible is going to be the one for you. And I strongly recommend that. here at Empire Your Life. And so look, hope you enjoyed this. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave me some comments, and look, God bless you and your family as you continue to build your empire. Hey, I hope you enjoyed all of this great content here. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below to become a part of this great community. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, look over to the side here because they're exactly what you need to see next to continue to build your empire.